on Lotus, so there's no alterations. Maybe to the playstyle itself as we do get ready to go into the nitty-gritty, but we've seen it twice here from
Double
the side
frenzy.
of Secret. A victory over
Sheriff's
Zeta,
out on
hard-fought
dubstep.
one,
Straight up
as
A
well as,
control, and in terms of the GE, not
bit of a
wanting to
stomp,
fight this at
in
all.
the hands of T1, 13-4 to close that out. So we'll see how Secret looks.
It's been a while
going into
since
this.
I've seen a Lotus game
You
with
take a
one
look at most
controller on
teams
each
playing
side.
Lotus across the board, that Sky has been very popular.
It's definitely not the
worldwide.
norm.
Not so much the Sova, so my eyes.
Oh my god,
They often do
Jesse
drift over to
is
Bash, who's going to be
a
first.
lunatic.
Comes up, though, with an
Nice
little
trade
wall
through the
bang,
wall.
takes down Aaron, making that a 1-for-1.
There's that Sky you're talking about.
Flash right into his face. They're going to throw both of them at them, though, and it's going to be Bazzi falling
Wow,
forward, charging forward with that frenzy. Finds Rossi as well. Suddenly the
How
B-side
did
opened
they?
up,
How?
Texture having to
How did they
rotate
get through this and kill both?
all the way over from A. Manya tries to get the timing, tries to take him down, interrupt that spike plan, but he does fall. Texture is able to clutch once, but
Okay,
he won't
really,
even
really
get the
nice.
clutch
I would
start
like
this
to. I
time
guess the
around.
first
Secret
guy jumped or
take them
something,
down here in round
because
one
these
and
two
take the
should
lead.
at
Pistol
least, at
wins
the
overall
very
now
least, get
2-1.
some kind of trade.
Just turning things around as well. This is a little bit of a troubling sign. But you can see how Team Secret really does it overall as well. I mean, that one little wallbang shot. Players
Oh,
to
Bazzi peeked too deep.
play off of each other as soon as the door gets
Oh,
broken,
that's
and they
fine.
go in for a decisive hit onto the B site. Whatever Global Esports are trying to pull off, it's not so great, but I do admire the fact that they are trying to keep spirits up.
Okay.
Sometimes, even with a loss,
In terms of how they're
whether you
approaching
get
this,
kills or not,
it's the old
important to
FPX.
mentally
Love to see
reset.
it. 2
And I hope that's what
rifles,
Global Esports have
2
done.
Spectres, and we got a gun, and this can be a rifle next to in an ideal world. Or in an ideal world, no one dies, but in an ideal world, these 4 survive, and then this is a rifle into the next that makes the bonus really good.
Just pretend it never happened.
Desrect, what's up, dude? Welcome with the
Global's able to
Prime.
do
Thanks so much.
the same
3
mental
months in the Star Club.
gymnastics.
Appreciate all your support.
Shut it from their minds.
Okay. Get a close off-angle position, perhaps.
Rossi
Oh boy.
up close, one spotted. You got the double stacker on the corner. It's going to be Basket
Handled this
in
very
one.
well. The person that went down was the
Dubstep
person
taking out
with
the rest.
the pistol.
Oh,
So
great spray
we'll
with
keep
the
an eye on
Phantom,
this.
and that means that Team Secret gets the quick timing onto the A site. Long rotations from Global Esports. They might have arrived on time, but post-plant positions are up and ready as well. Information.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah. And unfortunately for Monyan, Warcom is on the hunt. Push on the corner, and he'll get him. So widely, all the weapons saved because there was
Alright.
one pistol in the mix here for Secret.
Very
so
nicely done.
not
The
losing out on
person
too
that
much.
can die did die, so we
Frenzy
get
a
a
ghost
very
either way.
good.
Not going to be
bonus
overly
into this
concerning,
one.
which is why Envy says, yeah, whatever, I'll buy a Vandal. Still got 1900.
And it works out great. The dubstep again.
One enemy
I mean, we're
remaining.
talking about this a little bit. I don't know about, the Sova on Lotus. You don't often have like great lineups or things that you can play off of your teammates with, but Jesse Vash makes it look
In terms
good.
of GE for this 4-person, really wanted to shut down A main. Even put an Omen Flash into it. Omen Flash, Knife Flash at the back. They said 1 person up, and now the rotate's coming in. Small window for Secret to hit over towards C.
Dubstep. It's not gonna
This
kill
was
him.
nice. Little shock darts involved, just in case there was some mollies here.
Look at this lurk
This
from
is a
Airman.
nice hit. They might have
Pushing back out
might have
through
looked
A,
into the
trying to get
tendencies of
behind them.
GE.
That could end up being catastrophic if they don't account for it. Flying dart cleared, push around
It's a
the corner.
great
Gorkum
flash on top of
straight
that.
bang, cuts up
Oh,
for the
my.
second one. Aaron finally able to answer back a singular kill.
Jeremy.
They need so much more than this. But yeah, that pitch just coming
Aham,
through,
this
but
is a
doesn't
sick
matter.
start from them. Yeah,
They
I think they
killed the
looked
guy
into the
that Jeremy was
tendencies.
flanking.
GE, when they want to play A and they want to shut it down, sometimes they do it with 4 people. This was the round, 1 person over towards C, and they just instant took the
Low
window.
HP bars, but time has already dwindled.
So, good prep.
Envy trying to get the timing on him too.
Okay, Bazzi will be able to
And
pull
again,
away.
I like that this prep was used in such an impactful round. When you have good reads, a lot of the times you want to make sure it's either in the bonus or the first buy, so that you can completely wreck their money and give you the best kind of snowballing chance and
It's gonna be a
best start into
3-0
the game.
start now.
And this was a prime example of it.
Incredibly strong.
Good read onto it. They like to do this a lot over
Held by
towards A,
Bazzi.
and again, 4
Very
people a
minor
little bit
consolation
weak,
prize, but it's
so
not gonna take
over
away the
towards
bitter
here. So
feeling.
love that. And the hit was nice as well. We had some shocks to where the
That's
mollies
why
would
we're
be,
talking
etc.
about it, right? You have to go for that mental reset. These bitter feelings kind of sometimes can attribute to you making certain decisions, such as making the wrong reads and pushing out onto A when your opponents are on the other side of the map. It hurts, and it can happen. but you
Right.
have to recover from it.
Yeah.
And this time, maybe a big old conflict push onto
Yeah, they go for the same
But all right, Team Secret,
same
they're controlled
hit.
enough that they just immediately
4
back off
people
of it.
again. Instant reaction from Team Secret is to group up and head over towards C. They're going to be the rotates here again. They're going to burst in. They've been so antied.
Over the top, scouting. Texture again has to just pull back all the way through waterfall.
GE, light armor bias.
GE don't want to allow
Oh,
for a
a
flank
little
from
bit of sleeping on that one
behind.
does get the
Still
kill.
lurking, staring into B, finds one. Dubstep now pushing forward. Rossi on the peak, finds one, finds another.
Oh,
Starting to look a little bit more heated up. The Rolling Thunder cuts across. Daces them both. It's the TP well into spawn. Rossi! Okay. The cancel comes in. For a second, I thought
God.
he was just going to be dead to rights and completely unaware.
I thought he was going to TP out with it. He was
All
11
that
HP. I
time
thought he was
is
going to go for a bold one.
spent.
Yeah. Trailblazer having to be used. They start working their way forward. Recon try to clear. Legs cut out from underneath of him, then the head taken off. Jesse Bash comes up with 2. Swing on, and Envy manages to stabilize the spray to take out Money Yet. And Bazzi with 15 HP, splashing around, making all sorts of noise. Will fall to
Holy hell.
Envy's hand.
Okay. GE need to do a
4-0
timeout.
start.
If they're going to do this A control, they can't put 4 people here. It's got to be 3 at the very least, because C is getting wrecked.
I am hurting.
Yeah, good anti at the moment, good prep from Secret, and they're using it well.
Because of the money, it could potentially be 0-5 Achilleos, and at the same time, although you can see that they're really trying to fight their way back into this game.
And it'll be some kind of talent to like the Omen Flash or something. Like every time they use the Omen Flash here, they'll have 4 people here. And honestly, it is a thing, because I remember watching it before thinking, damn, this is a heavy shutdown, they use 4 people. So yeah, definitely you're gonna not see, if you are gonna see a heavy A, it's not gonna be with the numbers that you're seeing at the moment, because it's a lot of numbers.
Just had the back off time and time again, and then the retakes haven't been going their way.
Especially when you got players like Borkum, or sometimes Jeremy on lurks. There's so much that Team Secret are doing.
Yeah, I mean, we've had some, inconsistencies when it comes down to Borkum and some of his play. The early matches with Secret were racking up when they were towards the top of the standings and taking everybody by surprise. Borkum was,
okay, that's the 2 buy rounds gone.
Saw some dips.
And a
Now
bit of a
he's
nightmare. Low
through.
buy for GE coming
far, both of these
in. Another
maps,
chance for
Borkum
Secret to stack up
Envy
some
as
more
well,
cash.
Crushing. Absolutely crushing it. 7-2-0. Envy right there behind him. Already one Rolling Thunder used 2 charges towards the next one. And it looks like
Flash
Secret might
goes
want to
in.
counteract some of the aggression, but this time it's not going to be found.
GE going
Got that
aggro.
push out on C.
It looks like Secret have a good read into this, or maybe it's just against the low buy, forcing out over towards A, trying to potentially make them. Oh my goodness, where are we? How the hell has he got that kill?
What is that shot? Does get caught. With that paranoia in hand. Texture comes up with 3 off the Sheriff.
What is going on?
And how does he keep doing it? The Nano goes out for the push.
Okay, he
comes
did
in,
great.
Dubstep with a nice
Can
timing.
his team capitalize
Doesn't
on
take
it?
him down, but Texture's heroics has now brought this
Spike
into
is
a
down on the
man-to-man
other
with
side of
Spike
the door.
outside
Oh
the door.
god. And they have both
Rossi
Seekers, so
noting
even
it.
cutting sound isn't going to do much, because he can just Seekers at like,
Secret.
what, 30,
Right,
40?
they might have lost the plot a little bit.
What in the world just happened? But still, Team Secret can fight. They might not have the numbers. Global might have the guns, but they don't have armor. A couple of headshots could do the trick, but they have to be very careful about the approach, and that's why Jesse Vash is going all the way around.
There we
with
go.
Seekers.
Pretty much in between where I said 30, 40. They do the Seekers, so they know where they are.
He actually tries to play aggressively here against Vash. Sends out the dart.
I like
Smoke,
this.
keeping him obfuscated.
Duel over
Shorty
towards this
swap.
guy and delay
There's the
here.
kill.
Jesse's done
Could
great.
be the first step in the undoing of this round, but Rossi able to find one.
Rossi with the hero gun that they picked up. Could throw the hero gun over and use knives if they really wanted to secure it, but
And with 10 seconds, surely it's all over.
looking
You
like
have to
this
kill
one's
them
done.
both. It's gonna be
Damn,
Rossi
nicely done.
finishing the job. A
Good
thrifty
round
off
there.
the back
Let's
of
see
the
this replay,
timeout to get
because
Global their first
what was
round
this from
here
Texture?
on Lotus.
Please tell me there's a replay.
There has to be. If there's not, I'll quit.
Oh my god. There it is, all right.
Show me this man. Okay, sure, Borkum, low HP, turns, oh my god. Turns the flash and just bing, bang, boom. Decent effort. Good on Rossi to be able to find the last two here.
That's just masterful plays. Global Esports, they
Okay,
fight their
this
way
is
back.
their
They
shutdown
managed
over
to do it. Now
towards
Team
A.
Secret on a bit of a
1,
half
2,
vibe.
3.
But it's a miracle
Lovely
bailout.
change
It's
up.
not something
2
you can
people
rely
over
on.
towards C
We
this
saw
time.
that. We
So
learned that on Haven. Texture
at least they're learning.
had that huge
It's
clutch.
definitely a good,
There's
definitely a
so
good
few
timeout
far
to just
between
make them
when that was able to happen.
make sure this doesn't
And
happen
the
again.
Regular neutral play, let's say in quotations.
So we love this.
It was just constantly going
But
the way of Secret.
the damage
so
has
that
been
round
done.
certainly does not get
Oh
Global
my
back
God.
into this necessarily. They need to be able to continue winning from here on out. Knives pulled, but Dubstep slow to react. Monyet finds one. Bazzi catches Jeremy, who once again is trying to lurk forward.
Okay.
Up on top, Borkum, like he's thinking about trying to go for the gun. Dodges the dog, goes right over his head, but he cannot recover the rifle.
Attention all pulled towards the front. The timing of SK Rossi's flank has
Oh, God.
to be important.
Wait, did the ult go down
Well, defender locked
before
out
the
as well.
last?
Team Secret
Yeah,
has to push up.
Anyone else?
did.
No.
Okay.
And it
So
got
one
cancelled
charge
by KO anyway, it
Trigger to
doesn't
be used
matter.
there. Aaron finding one. Texture
Damn,
cutting down the
nicely
other two.
handled for this. They put the Killjoy ult
That
down.
will
I'm not
be
sure if
them
it
putting
fully
the second
baited the
round
ult, but
now.
either way, ult goes out and then they cancelled it
Looks like
with
Texture gonna be the handoff.
KO ult. So
Trying to get
very,
that
very nice
lockdown.
for that GE. Good understanding of
ready to
how
go
important
once
this
more.
round is.
No, we were
Using
talking
everything into
about
it.
Sometimes you are looking for that consistency.
This is good.
In an instance like this, I'll take whatever I
And
can
again.
get. And if Global Esports
Love that they're still
can,
going for an A
you
shutdown,
know,
but they've just changed it up.
hang on to that one glimmer of hope and then just keep going off of it. Use the lockdown, force Team Secret's hand, force them to peek into you. They might be able to fight their way back. They might be able to find a bit of a comeback and go back into these games
What are they
more
eating?
leading performances.
What you eating over there?
I love that at both watch parties we've just
What was
had
this?
like 2 dudes
Okay.
Eating.
I want to see if Team Secret have the reaction.
Hey,
Because they're going to see the
everyone else
flash
is
and everything. Do
losing
they
their
go
minds around them.
Do they go and
Filipino
insta
food is
react
great.
for the anti, or do they accept that it's done?
I mean, hey, I don't
Okay,
blame
they
them.
accept that it's done.
Both cuisines absolutely delicious.
How was the loud NRG game? Oh, that's what I was meant to be
These
editing.
teams
Thank you
are
for that
banging as
heads up.
well.
It was actually decent.
Trying to be a little bit more controlled, a little bit more careful.
It was very good.
Meanwhile,
NRG looked
Global
great.
Esports, SK Rossi
But
actually
you could
pushed
tell
up
ever
the
since they
mound.
changed their roles to their normal roles, they look really good.
We might have our first real commit on to B. We did see the reroute, cutting through door, mowing some people down, but it seems like with the nano flying, they also get the fragment out.
Okay.
It's going to be decent value found. Jesse
Big
trying to
chill.
win out against Spazzy, but he's
Now
the
it's a
one
one-on-one.
Spazzy's just like, ha-ha! And now over here.
You just can't hit him. They're looking for that opening pick. And that's why it's kind of important for Global Esports not to get too aggressive. Don't want to push into positions that...
Time's getting relatively low.
Team Secret
And it's looking
has
like they
to
want to
find
fake
pick.
the
Has
door
to
and then
push
pivot
out.
over towards
Can't shoot those
B.
guiding lights anymore.
And as we can see, it's a really good call at the
Low
moment.
ran. Aaron taking quite a bit of damage. Now door going to be broken. So where we started is where we'll end up.
Interesting.
Back over to B, Recon. Try to clear things out. They've got the smoke up top.
Gap.
Cloudburst thrown it as well. Extra just hugging on the corner. The tailwind
Oh.
in, and he can't readjust.
Damn,
Jeremy
that's one way
takes
to
him
handle
down.
that.
Aaron falling at the same time. Rossi swinging around from behind, but it is noted. It is taken out. Borkum is lurking forward, finds the kill. Push out Envy.
This is
Oh,
a
no,
really
be the
good
finisher
round
on the
from them.
round. That's now 5 on the board for Secret. Reestablishing.
I liked
After
it.
dropping
So
two.
I liked
This
as
is
well
incredible.
just everything about it. They
If
took
there
it
are
real slow,
replays,
even though they
pay attention
pushed
to the
over towards A.
mini-map.
They made sure they took their time, took
I
back
don't know
A
if this is Jesse
control.
Bash's calling or Warbird,
And,
but so many of these
yeah, kinda
rotations,
just-
little firefights. It kind
Kind of just didn't
baits
really care
rotations
about
out
the C
from
info,
Global Esports.
and we're
at
just
the
so
same
controlled
time,
on
the
just
way that
getting
they actually
B
pushed in
and A
deeper
info,
off of the
and
B
then
site,
obviously it's a
like
good
you were talking
pivot.
about it, Texture couldn't quite readjust to it, and that's that team play, leapfrogging off of one another. Dubstep to dash in, and then Jeremy to peek off of it as well.
Yeah, the fact that it's flawless is just
Okay,
the icing on
instant
the cake.
A,
Monyet,
instant A,
core, but
force
it's gonna
again.
be noted,
Okay, they're
Mark
gonna try and head over
clear
towards C.
points
They
on top.
might.
Okay, take
They're gonna take their time. Okay, they're gonna expect to.
SK Rossi's on a judge up by C as well, but you can see that Team Secret are taking this really slow.
We got any
and
shocks for
steady.
these? I would
Maybe an
imagine
opening pick,
so.
maybe
Is anyone
someone
close
finds
to
a
their
1v1
ult?
and then they rotate over
Yeah.
to
Which
the
one do
other
they?
side, but
Which one do they want?
if not, it could just very well be this one overwhelming hit onto SK Rossi, who is alone.
Thrown,
Oh boy.
pushing up. Judge at the ready is going to get darted. waiting to see if the aggression comes through, but I mean, they can see from the silhouette that he is holding that
Yeah, that was a nice bait that he was going to peek, so they started spamming so that his team can get a kill. That was very smart from Rossi.
Who's doing most of the heavy lifting. Finds two. Rossi now with the knives does clean out the third.
Wow, this was a great round from these two.
For a little bit more, and he's not expecting a low
It was a really good round.
reaction.
They did so well.
But Borkum now on his lonesome.
That was smart from Rossi with the tag, trying to fake that he was going to swing out, and then literally everyone's from these angles are just facing and just not ready for this.
It does deal damage. 30 seconds left. TP's down to the low ground.
Borkum has his ult. They're expecting this.
Monyet is right around the corner.
Monyet's all on top of this though.
And this should be fully unexpected.
Okay, nicely done.
Spike does get planned
Spike
for a
goes
little bit
there,
of
so
extra
there's at
cash.
least a little bit of extra. But maybe they can give this
ult
to...
already can just take it to half and then wait for
give
the
this
rotation to come over.
Yeah, okay,
Bazzi
Sky.
one off the Seekers. 3-5 global, trying to stop Secret from getting more consecutive rounds.
And it's kind of working too. The timeout from Coach Spin or whatever it was, they are adjusting around these positions. Now, Texture or SK Rossi being able to rotate in back and forth towards B and C, they're able to play off of each other. Texture landing those shots and SK Rossi finding those knife kills. That was huge value
Okay,
for Global
right
Esports.
now,
We need more of that. And that's
the money's
that you're talking about. SK
gonna get
Rossi now
reset after
pulling
this
up
one.
the operator.
So this is a
Light
huge round
armor
for
all
Secret.
across the
Money's really
board.
good at the moment for GE.
3 and 5.
In terms of the map, it's a little bit...
Looking for it again, and
Oh,
Dubstep
God.
is perfectly poised, swings the corner, mows him down.
Wow,
Aaron
did they
Kill
have
to
something
get one.
punished for their fast hit either way as well?
Secret.
Damn, they really...
Say, hey, you like to
They
do the
really
same
read
thing.
into this, and GE,
Time
it
and
looks
time
like they
again
do this all
outside
the
A.
time.
Well,
They had
we've
so
got
many
a
reads
counter
onto this
strategy.
Lotus, it's crazy.
Texture with a Phantom, Rossi
They had
with
a
this
good plan.
operator. And now one
Take away
noted.
bind.
Surely
So they
just
vetoed
have to
bind, they knew that
surrender
Lotus was
this
going to get
round.
picked, and then they heavy looked into a lot of this.
Certainly a tough
First off,
decision,
they
but
played off the tendencies
far too
of what
risky.
they like to do. So when they
Far
shut
too
down A,
expensive
they're
as
so
well.
fine.
SK
They go
Rossi
over, they
angle,
hit
but
C. That got them
just
the
have
bonus
to
round
back
and the
off and
first
stay
buy.
in position.
And then now they have a good punish
some
for this when they just
trenches.
burst out as well.
3
So
and
they have
5.
2 set
3 and
things that
6
they like to do, and obviously they didn't want to do the punish first because then they're not
And
going
if
to
you
do
can
that
just,
A
like,
thing.
you know, watch that replay
And
and
this
break
was
down
really
that
cool.
round, exactly how
This is a big
Secret
prep
got
diff
that
at the moment.
play on towards Rebel. So much of those utilities, you have to see that in slow motion. But at the same time,
GE, like we
it's
said, have a
also
lot of money, and it is an
landing
attack-sided
their
map,
shot.
so
They're
it's
getting so
not
much of
fully
it.
done.
In
Like
that
5 or something would be
exchange,
great.
It was 1 for 3 Achilleos. I don't know quite exactly how that happens, but it's perfect. Dubstep just instantly expecting the teleport from Monyet on towards the top of Rebel itself. It's just easy pickings.
Yeah, and they've kept going for it.
Oh,
It hasn't worked out, so.
are we doing the Odin?
Oh, no, Monyet, I respect you. Please don't do this.
So you don't respect him anymore after he gets an Odin?
If he gets an ace off of this, it doesn't count.
Of course. As long as
Say
it
that.
works.
Start forward to clear any
Come
kind of
on.
util. Actually, wise delay. Textured setting the nano off the back of that. And the shot, he's holding close, but he whips. Jeremy gets to live, and that means the lockdown's still alive in this round.
And Borkum is in position to completely blind him. SK Rossi, his reactions have to be quick. He has to be Johnny on the spot with that tailwind, or he could be
Dog
dead.
to get him back to the
Thankfully,
angle.
As he's here to assist.
Dog leads, TP back out from Borkum. Sides are going to get turned.
It's looking like they
Once again, over
wanted
towards
to go
A,
for their B
where
split
the
again.
Odin sat.
Flash over
Smoke
towards
does
this as
come
well,
up.
so at the
Escape.
moment Bazzi's
Dash
doing
around
great.
for Rossi.
Hits info
Here's
over
that
towards
drone
C, hit
rotation
no
coming
one,
over
get the
from
op back on
Esports.
this angle, and they can
How do
heavy
you
stack
play with
over
the Odin
towards A.
here, though?
One way's nice
Okay,
as well. This is a good round at the moment from
Offensive
GE.
on the revolving door.
Okay, Rolling Thunder does not connect. There's one.
Uh,
Spots another one. Let's get noted. Bazzi finding an elimination.
top
Monyet
of
swings the
that.
corner. Gets Jesse
Who is
Bash
this in
the
heaven?
head.
Dubstep can win this still, but
Not Dubstep, but Jeremy.
looks like they know about him.
Of an eye. Spike out on the ground. Paranoia flies through, catches him. No way! And yep.
Monyet
that's
did
just
great,
how
and
it
that
thinks.
Omen Flash,
right,
that
still
Omen Flash even hit
respectable, right? Am I
Dubstep
right?
in heaven as well. It was an unbelievable round from Monyet.
Either way,
Definitely want to shout out
it does
Bazzi
get
as
them
well. I
a
felt like Bazzi
very
did good here.
necessary round
Dog
to
to
win.
set up the ult back to the angle so they had full info, flash over
Hammering it now
towards
within
C like
two
we
and
talked
forces
about as
a
well
timeout
earlier.
from Secret.
Just meaning that
Apart from the
Monyet
kills
just
and the Odin,
had so much support in, and he
also
kind of knew the
positioning
timing of
from
of what he could do,
positioning
right?
from the team.
He's not jumping
As
around
soon
this
as they
corner
heard that
going for
owls
that
are,
kill
as
if
soon
he
as
knows that they could be
the
closer
timer
because his mates aren't
ticked down
spotting.
to about, I don't know, like
So
30 seconds
this
remaining.
was like a good
They
round
could tell this has to be
just
a hit from
to
Team Secret.
just to
Everyone
kind of
rotates
see
over
what
on
the
time.
info can
The
do.
drone gave it all away, and Monyet just lets it rip, even going in for the wall bang at the end. 4-6. Team Secret now calling the timeout. Can we recover and make it
The utility
more
was really good
advantageous
here as well.
half for ourselves on Team Secret's side? Meanwhile, for Global Esports, looking for that 6-6.
I mean, can it happen again?
Mhm.
Is a decent question. We saw the parallels between map 1, map 2 in our first series of the day. Can that happen once more with a 6-6 half? Nice drawing, I like this.
Good proportion, figure posing. 4-6.
We'll say, I don't know, I know that Tom is doing a watch party. I don't know if Mitchman is with him, but Mitchman likes the Odin.
Oh.
Mitchman, because of that, I don't like you.
Last two
seen
rounds.
those Twitter clips.
Secret, if they
Trying to get
lose this,
back to
I'm gonna have a
Immortal with
great
this
buy,
Odin too,
especially
so-
these two. Well, these three of the 1-9.
Hey, if it works, it works. Right? We've seen Laz.
Good
do it,
amount of
we've
ults
seen
for them,
other
though.
Teams do it as well. Forsaken on Ascent.
Knife goes in over towards A
Sometimes it
main.
works.
We haven't been doing our
So
usual
I'm not complaining,
A
but we want a good
pressure
match,
because
and
it has
SK
been getting
Rossi is
exploited.
Looking to make that happen as well for himself.
Goes for the swing.
Oh, come on.
I was gonna
Just a little
say,
bit too much movement.
I think
Shot ends up going
Rossi's
high.
kind of lucky. I mean, he expected the off angle, but
And that's
he's lucky
information
to be
for
alive
Team
here.
Secret, so they are not going to head back towards the C side. If anything, SK Rossi could reposition, and we're headed back towards A, where this heavy machine gun is still in play. Just a little warning shot. Hi, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm trying to force him back.
Oh no!
Trying to get it, paranoia. Catches
Man,
a
they've
couple
been
and lockdown
wrecking
will
him
be
at the
destroyed.
moment.
Monyet,
Monyet gets
you
a
can't
double
keep
kill
doing this, son.
through the wall.
2 kills, both through a wall. Are you? Is looking for a little bit more.
And here it comes. Oh!
Jesse will find it, puts the Odin on the floor, push out the right click from
Jesus,
Dubstep, takes down
this one's
Bazzi.
nuts at the moment.
A 2v3, Dubstep at 21 health, and Aaron spotted.
Yeah,
As he just
Jesse
slides
did
along
great
the
here
wall.
to expect
And
this,
here
even
again,
crouched under.
needing the clutch, pushes out, looks
What?
for one.
Ooh,
The last bullet
Killjoy.
finds the head, but now down to 30.
You have low HP, Killjoy.
What can he do?
Stacked up
He got
side by
everything
side.
actually.
Turtle be
We had them both
Maybe a
shoot.
Nanostorm to flush them out. But he has to turn it into a one-on-one otherwise, and he's 30 HP.
Clear it out. They almost line up
Honestly,
for him, but
not too bad.
too
He was
healthy
low
now.
HP, that's why I didn't
Now
want to use the Killjoy.
things working
But
out.
yeah,
I'll
I think
take it for
this
myself.
was honestly
As Secret
an alright attempt.
will go ahead.
Secret, Secret doing really good at shutting down Rossi when he has the off. Feels like it again. It looks like they've looked into a lot of tendencies of how he likes to play
If it works, all right?
and how the whole team likes to call.
And it's great, but down to it. I mean, that one single headshot through the engine block from Jesse Vash managed to end it all. And of course, now securing the 4-7, potentially a 4-8. Monyet's looking for more wall bangs, but Envy has the gun as well.
So they just cancel each other out, right? How
Yeah,
math
yeah,
works.
pretty much.
Rossi again looking to play forward. They've got 3 sat here at Mound. Do they expect somebody to be on the high ground here? Texture, well, he swings out and he finds him. Forcum. Okay, does hold on to the paranoia wisely.
No operators in sight, so we're gonna...
Oh my god. It hurts, doesn't it?
Ouch, yes, okay.
Yeah, the battle of the Odin.
Hunter Sperry
Oh
will
god.
push them out of position as well.
He almost gets that tag across. Aaron, lucky to
The
not get
3-person push behind has been hard.
Looking to lurk around the back. Meanwhile,
God,
Jeremy
it's everyone's
looking
behind
around
everyone at the
top here.
moment.
Okay.
Barely gets the kill, despite having the jump. Push in. Monyet just
Yeah,
far
they
too
take some
low.
map
Ends up
control
getting
with
taken
3 and
down.
3. Now we have
Texture,
the ult.
can he get into a
Gotta
prime
surely the
position
Killjoy's
to
going down
utilize
here.
this ult? The answer's gonna be yes. Tries to send it over towards stairs. Tippy getting used. Texture checks
Big
back
kill.
over. Catches him. Forcum canceling. And now he's got to get the hell out of here. He's got nowhere to go.
Gonna try and use this, cancel it at the right time. Texas is
Wow,
gonna get the
that's
kill.
far, though.
And cancels right back
Respect.
into Tex's lap. I
Nice
appreciate
attempt.
the attempt.
Honestly,
but
5 on the
Texture
defense, not too bad.
wanted to check it out. Gets the read, gets the kill.
Not too bad.
and
I like
7-5
how
at the
Secret
half.
had very good prep into this, though.
Idea.
They gave themselves a
Sometimes
really
pretty
good shot
as
at this.
well. It's just smart plays from Texture and Bazzi, I guess. I mean, being able to peek out of C that way, getting that opening pick, softens up the post-plant defenses from Team Secret. And Global Esports now, that lockdown, tremendous value in flushing out
5
those
lost
players'
pistol and got
positions.
antied hard, yeah.
You know,
It's
they
actually a
tried
pretty
to
good
make
half when
some
you look at it
out-in
like
plays as
that.
well. It does bang up. Doing a great job at getting information for the team, so it could also be a really tough defensive
In terms of
side
pistols,
for Team Secret, and
1,
it all
2 in
starts
terms of this map.
with this pistol
1
round.
and 0.
Texture nipping at the heels. 12-8-2 to Borkum's 14-8-1. Looks a bit silly in the last round, obviously TPing back to his
Triple.
death, but given the performance that he's put up across
Triple
both of these
go.
maps
What
so far
the-
that we've seen, I think we can certainly excuse it for him.
It was a good idea too, but you know.
So it was gonna be orb gets taken, flash goes in, stun for the people trying to run away, and then just insta swing. So I like the setup from Secret.
Just gonna start backing away. The rotation
A's
down
relatively
again.
strong.
Drone does go out. Tags one, chase forward. Rossi looking for him. Almost lines up the headshot there.
Molly goes in to
Stays
stop
alive.
the plant.
Upperson. Rossi wants to push the issue, but there are so many people up
Wow,
top
this
here.
is...
He's going to be backed up by Monette.
Oh,
Tap on the rope. Have they baited Rossi? Oh, the
Yeah.
dunk comes through. What? Bash finds two as he drops down off the top.
damn,
Now
he gets
Monette
2.
swamped. Absolutely
Honestly, it felt like
taken
the
out.
sound of the rope
It's all
wrecked
on
everyone.
Texture. Vulnerable in the corner. The spike stranded at the back of sight.
He's got one nanoswarm to play with.
How do you isolate these fights?
Can't peek, and I don't think Team Secret will peek.
He clears one. It's going to have to be an instant 90-degree pivot to clear the other. Gets it. Looks for the
Jimmy
other.
is very aware of the setup. It's unlucky from him. 2 pistols against the pistol gods.
Pistols 8-5. At the start
1,
of the
3
second half.
altogether.
Secret. They are on the cusp.
This is not a great sign for Global Esports, Achilleos. That's the 3-1 pistol. That does not look like the old Global Esports of yore. But still, I mean, that's just a smart play. You can see what Global Esports were trying to do, but it got instantly countered, first of all, by Jesse Vash's recon dart. And then the
Right, in terms of how they're approaching this one. Double Marshall to clean it up. Okay, really wanting to win this high priority on heavy armor. Not worrying too much about the bonus round.
They get pushed onto, you know, an eco
Just
position.
wanting to
They don't
clean this
advance
one up.
anything.
As
They do
Dubstep
have
does
Sheriffs,
take
they
a
have
dink.
frenzies. They've actually bought down 1,300, 1,250 across a couple people. Sheriff does get put to decent uses. Dubstep, 7 health. Jesse as well getting tagged. Rossi now entering. Clears the site, but the spike is still over by B. He's taking all this space. Now he's going to be marked. And if nothing else, he's drawing attention. The GE would just take the spike and ship it to the opposite side of the map. They would have a man advantage. One hit on the lurk. Inby about to swing around on the right-hand side. Looks like he just misses the timing.
Monyet as well. Up by stairs.
Monyet has a pretty good timing.
It just feels like the
They're
wheels
going
are
to check
coming
it
off.
now. No, they're not. Not at all.
The lurk.
Oh, God.
Monyet in behind, trying to see if there's going to
As
be
long as
somebody
everyone
else.
else, well, the rest of his team's dead.
Oh,
that's so sick.
Monyet Monday! He delivers again! The patience! It might not win him the round, but damn if it wasn't good. Sight now.
The trigger
Run forward,
discipline's
second.
incredible there.
Covered in the smoke, they flash for him, but he backs away, the fault line comes in. Monyet decides to stay within the smoke. Spike, not yet planted. 18 seconds remaining. Monyet checking, doesn't see NB anywhere. And now, he's got to keep Bazzi safe, but Bazzi with no HP will fall. Monyet gets himself a
I mean,
third.
he's on
He
for a
needs an
round.
ace if he wants
No
to turn
armor.
it. A 1v2, they're both tagged up. He dodges a shot, but Jesse
Oh,
gets
it's
the
unlucky.
sheriff
I tell you what,
draw
though,
down, and he denies it away,
insane
but
attempt
Borkum survives
and
with
really
6
good
HP.
damage.
And that is now 9-5. Secret. Got to be breathing a massive
That was sick
sigh of
by him.
relief after getting away with that one.
Good recovery. Great performance from Monyet, but still, I mean, look at the trigger discipline on it.
That's all I care about seeing.
His name is Monwick with the ghost.
I mean,
we ask him if it's Monyet Monday, and he says, yeah.
I mean, if Dubstep unscopes at any moment, he would be able to see him out of the peripheral vision there.
Oh.
Incredible
Right.
from Monyet.
With the damage done, it's a pretty low, it's a pretty bad bonus, but they're going into the stack and the punish. Omen Flash goes in with the stun, his body's here.
Rossi tag low, Aaron will find one. Dubstep gets another now. Monyet taken down, and you can see the attention is so very split.
Damn.
1 on 2.
Such a good
Bazzi
punish
very
here.
much with the HP advantage, but not so much
Holy
anymore.
hell. Ult
Sends
goes
out the
in.
Seeker.
Yeah, can double check where it's going for this.
Doesn't have the health. Jesse Vash reads this all too well.
I mean, a shock dart will kill.
That's right. And it takes so much time for him to get to the A side too, and Jesse Vash perched up on top of
Jesse
Heaven that way.
insta
It's
here.
the prime
Flash.
position for a shock dart lineup.
Confirmed it. He's looking for
Damn.
Bazzi.
Bazzi played this
He will
really well.
barely get the
Obviously,
clutch.
very nice round from Secret. Decided to do the punish, but yeah, he played this great in the 1-on-2. Gets the kill, uses the ult info. Just clocking his head. Where can he be? Can be somewhere over towards here. Let's flash it.
But the cash flow on the
Flash
side of
hits.
Secret has
Perfect.
been quite strong.
Really well
So
played.
still
Perfect
a lot to
agent for
work
the 1v1. Well,
As they go into this next
I mean,
round,
yeah.
spotted an operator, I do believe.
great damage
Huge
done
tool.
from
Just a big old scuffle, but
Secret.
again,
Okay,
It's
operator.
really good damage. So now we just have a
light armor.
now we just
all
have a
across
massive
still on the
swing
map.
round.
Global Esports, like you mentioned, you know, it's not that consistent. They are still hanging on by a thread, and we're hanging on to that glimmer of hope, but Team Secret makes
This is a
it
nice push
tough,
over towards
and
C, though,
it's
to
all that
disrespect the
goes right
one-way.
until the onside.
They're really looking to up
Oh,
the
boy.
pace here, but it's
Rossi.
into both Nanoswarms here. Rossi worked a little bit low, obviously. Bazzi could offer up some healing.
They'll kind of take this, though.
Cuts across, looking for a tag. Sends it in between. And it's just not quite going to find anything there. Drone is well almost used. Okay. Bash decides to hold it.
Planted.
So he's still very wary that there could be a lurk from behind. Speaking of which,
Very smart.
Dubstep.
They don't have too much map control. A lot of this is on Dubstep. Smokes the alarm bot. Oh boy.
Certainly must
Maybe. Texture is expecting this. He puts the turret down. He goes and helps his mates. They push aggro. Honestly, paid off really well. Really nicely done from them.
Where Dubstep is. 10 HP, he will be able to find one, a parting gift as he heads for the hills.
Nice round from G.
Looking
This
at
was
handle as tightly as he can. Monyet looking
Oh.
for the catch, and he narrowly catches him through the box. That's going to be Global finding a 7th. And Texture just charging his way in, tucked into the corner.
he's completely owned him. Dubstep gets a kill here.
Losing the gun, that certainly does hurt.
That was smart.
They can afford another buy.
Okay. Not the cleanest towards the end, but that is a clean sight hit. That is a good post-plant hold, and that's what we need more of from Global Esports. the way that they just dashed in and took control over the site itself, knowing that positioning from Team Secret are all across the site, all across the map, I mean, and then holding every single one of these angles, the way that they actually pushed out in towards defender spawn was so big. It puts us at 7-9, and now a Team Secret with a half buy. Dubstep holding onto that Vandal he brought over from the last round. We're headed back towards C.
Spray through.
What?
Kind of happenstance, drags across Dubstep's face. So you're talking about that rifle carried over. Now on the floor. Jesse would love to recover it, but he's holding close with a Bucky. You were mentioning it before. This did get an immense amount of value for them versus TRX on Haven when they played them. See if Jesse fares the same now in this matchup.
It's contingent on Texture pushing into him, though. I don't think he has that range with the right click, even if he does peek. Meanwhile, what's important is happening on the C site. A lone Jeremy with a shorty.
Oh, the first shot works. Texture gets one.
Doing it, everyone in the smokes.
Side will get use out of his shorty, but Monyet says, hey, mine can do that too. Frenzy up close. Gets a couple shots across on the Bazzi, but
not bad. Another buy round now for Secret. Good news for GE is they kept a lot of people alive again, so have to buy 2 armors.
And Secret now will get another full buy in. They've got 4 ultimates to try to utilize coming into this round to once again separate themselves away from Global. Otherwise, we will see GE tying it at 9-9.
It's going to be a crazy round, isn't it?
But that's what I'm looking for as well. I mean, remember on the previous map, Global Esports, they came close. They managed to close in the gap a little bit, but it was always at that 1 round difference, maybe 2. If Global can turn this to an even fight, 9-9, and they make it happen on this round where Team Secret has 4 ultimates, that could be the curse very well broken.
Sure.
They could make it happen again. Jesse Vash, though, getting information. A looks completely clear.
Flash goes in. It's nicely timed.
Try to lock in 10, get the double.
Rossi hated a little bit of it, but we'll ignore it. Over towards C again.
Would love to have this null command available.
There's a big reaction here, though. They have a lot of people here. Recon is great.
Go ahead and grab the orb. Wasn't sure if it was he or Bazzi. Each side though, offered up. Open.
I like this. They take a lot of map control again. They've been doing this reactively.
Just use them.
Rolling Thunder. Lockdown. SK Rossi
Killjoy up for the retake. Yeah, that was a nice flash. Brimop goes over towards side. They're trying to flood in. Wow.
all falling. Bazzi, full blind. Another blind.
Tell you what, Invi's util here was incredible.
Finds one, finds another.
Really nicely done from Secret. Yeah, they had a planned retake that they wanted to do. Stun here, all over towards site. Flashes were good as well.
It is going to be Secret getting the defuse, moving to double digits after all. They go ahead, stretch the lead back up by 2, not allowing Global to tie this up.
And it happens once more. I mean, Global gets to buy back up easy. That's not an issue. But looking at how these rounds play out, Team Secret keeps on extending that lead that you're talking about.
Just everyone's stunned there apart from the second guy. It's really good.
Knowing how to play off of one another.
Okay, and that was only using 1 ult, so that's a great sign. Money's still outrageous for GE. 2 people, sorry, 3 people pretty low for Secret.
Global Esports were pushing in from the back. And that's why they were able to turn around on a dime, just recovering from whatever is being thrown at them. They are so quick to adapt.
And it was fairly efficient. I mean, yeah, a couple of deaths there as Bazzi was looking to pull off a miracle, but they only had to commit the Rolling Thunder to that retake. They didn't get the lockdown out of them. So the tools here still able to match up.
Drone goes over towards A.
Jeremy looking to go for
doesn't spot anything, so that's good info at the moment.
At least wants to maybe play off of any kind of initial contact, but seems like he will be saving it for now.
Texture on his lockdown as well, but what I like for this round,
they are really expecting the B. Really expecting a B push out, and then they wanted to punish it with so many people. I guess they have something in place for the retake with the Killjoy ult. That's why they're so happy to just hold this for so long.
This retake, if Global Esports can shut it down, they should
feel like the KO ult here is going to be everything.
Lockdown going to be used. Fault line comes in. Null command off the back. And
wow,
go ahead and counter lockdown, but they have to try to clear this one. There's a 3-member stack to try to prevent it from happening. The spray coming.
Oh boy, he didn't get it.
Is not destroyed.
2 people.
So will Team Secret.
2 players.
What a crazy, crazy one. Wait. Texture thought that. Oh my god.
And just like that, they shut it down.
I think
They
the
rush
GE
in, trying to get
overcooked this a
clear.
little bit too much. They kind of needed
just
to.
slammed the door in their
Honestly,
faces.
Jeremy deserves a
Now
giant
11
shout out
rounds,
for
2
once
more
hearing
to
these
go,
ults
and
to then
Secret
insta put down
have
his
secured their
Killjoy ult.
place in the playoffs.
Then they tried to cancel the Killjoy ult.
Leos, I hate to
Oh
say
man,
it,
it
but
was
this
like
could be very well
it was a
it.
bit of a
I mean,
nightmare.
calling
The one Killjoy ult
desperate
just wrecked all
timeout at
3
this
ults
11th
basically. It's
hour.
the easiest way to say it.
Coach has been doing whatever he can. They
Like the
need
defensive
to
Killjoy ult
catch
here was
up to
just
Team Secret,
everything.
but it just feels like every single time they try to do it, Team Secret finds another way to extend that lead. It was that lockdown. It was the ultimates being spent. But Team Secret just answers in kind and with the push as well.
Yeah, it looked like they wanted to
just gives your position away
pop 2 at the same time and then get over towards site, use Killjoy ult, bait some timeout, and use KO ult, bait some timeout so they can't put the Killjoy ult down, and then put the Killjoy ult down so you can just like never, they never have a chance to ult basically. But then what happened? They used the 2 ults to get into the site. Reactively, they insta use Killjoy ult. They're in the right position, as in Secret use their Killjoy ult here, and then reactively we popped the KO ult and their own Killjoy ult. So yeah, it really just, that was like, if you're GE and you're doing the VOD review, that's the round you look back at and was just like, this is where we 100%, this is where we 100% lost pretty much. This is where it all went wrong, because that was a lot of ults for this.
Hovering towards this A site.
It was too many ults.
Drone to try to check, goes for a shot, doesn't find anything.
So yeah, huge shout out for Jeremy, got the kills in the last round off Envy's util, and then just won this round with just, honestly, just a singular ult, and then just holding so strong here.
Aggresses into them so they can get the jump. The fault line is at the ready. And right now, it just feels like an entire stalemate between the 2 teams. They wait for somebody to pull the trigger.
Right here. Pit drop. Oh my god.
It's a big old play. That is a big play.
Now he looks to TP out.
And they TP out. Oh god. That is unbelievable. They're so, oh man, they're just prepped into this. That was really cool round. Really cool round.
One hell of a gut punch.
This gets smoked off. They smoke this. They open door. Recon goes to the back while the Recon's there. They TP in, trying to get kills off the Recon itself. Then they have to deal with this kill once it's happened. So they're all looking up here. Then they start swinging this. It's great. Secret look really good.
Got no flashes. What do you do?
Got no way to try to clear this. The cloud burst, but Rossi can't even exit. Texture.
Great round from them. Oh my goodness.
To spare them from a flawless, but Secret will be locking in match point. 12 to 8.
4 chances for this one.
Consecutive rounds needed for Global, just to take us into overtime.
Not to bring attention to mine, their economy as well is talking about it. As soon as that cloudburst got sent out, wow, Envy! What a shot through the smoke! And SK Rossi, despite all of his efforts, it still falls apart. Bit of a, whatever they could scrape together. Bazzi on a Spectre. Dubstep on an Operator. They try to throw this one last Hail Mary play towards the A site.
We go into what could very well be the last round of this map.
No way they expect texture here.
Not reading the textures in a forward position, but it's going to be trade out on the Omens. And a little bit whippy here.
Oh my god.
Passing down to a slow HP.
How?
To the side. Aaron eliminated.
How does he get this extra kill? He's a god.
Dubstep struck down.
Rossi did great. Might have just won this round though.
As we will see Global pivoting now over into B.
Good and fast.
Jesse has ult.
So very low. Hunter's Fury cutting across the updraft. Just trying to play elusively.
Jeremy must have heard it too.
I thought he was going to get him there.
Off-angle position. SK Rossi going for
Damn, what a big round from Rossi.
He's got the headshot, and Global might just have the round.
Down to Jesse Vash. He's saving.
Covers the Operator. Swinging the timing here from Texture would put him on the floor, but he scopes in and takes him out. And that's just, I mean, significant damage dealt here. And Global, they might take that round, but Jesse, I think, still going to be grinning at the end of this because the cash is strong for Secret, not so much for Global.
All right.
Gonna be a little bit rough around the edges here, perhaps.
Yeah, they would love to get rid of this op, but
over checks towards drop on the opposite side.
close. Might get him.
There's not going to be anybody in the void there.
No way he hits that shot as well. What the hell is going on here? 4 chances down to 3.
All right,
Jesse's unbelievable.
There. Half armor on a few people, thankfully. But this was rougher than it needed to be.
I have to say though, I mean, watch the replay because SK Rossi was the savior of this round.
Oh, for sure.
Coming in at those last few moments, up around those side positions, he manages to save his teammates.
So 3 chances of this. They want to fight over towards C.
And we have some big tools on
they
Team
wanted to,
Secret
but they
side.
didn't feel super convinced about it.
There, but as you say, the Rolling Thunder, ever important in the site retake or the site denial. And right now, Envy rotated over to join on C, where the heavier stack of players is from Secret. The 0 point up over the top. That's going to be coming down. Here on the Trailblazer, a dash away. Rossi avoids taking some damage.
Pivot over towards B, dashes out though. How do they get in?
Here. Aaron hits the floor. Spike recovered a TP forward from Munyet, but they still have to take this. Alarm bot gets cleared. The Rolling Thunder at the ready. Doesn't go off the tap. So far, still holding it.
Rachel, who's running into sight though.
The spike not on the ground. Rossi pops the knives.
Oh, they didn't get too much for the Rachel. Oh my goodness, this is bold. Wow.
Gets the headshot through.
They try to wallbang him.
Wins the first fight. Envy going to be noted. A 4v4. Lower HP bars though for the side of Global. Entrenched now. Unable to fan out. Have to just play within the site itself. Can they make it happen? Push getting ready to come in. Turn away from the flash. The knive's not going to connect. Jeremy finds one. Bazzi going to be taken down. Texture. Looking. Holds the line. Finds one. Steadies for a second. The time starting to drain.
Oh god, gets his ult down. Small window for them to defuse.
Committal. In with the ultimate.
Just gotta stop him at half.
He gets it up to half. Put the shot into him. But now
Owned
forces
it.
him back.
Did TP out. No time on this one. God, this is close. Texture's an absolute hero. They're taking turns. Rossi last round. Texture this round. They're still in it. 4 chances down to 2. Secret surely take a timeout. Yeah, there we go. Makes a lot of sense. 2 chances. Still can come up with a good plan here.
Just saving themselves from elimination 1 round by 1 round. 1 frag by 1 frag. Global Esports, they are throwing everything that they've got into these games, into these rounds. Team Secret make it hard, and they continue to surround them. But what a play. Just going in, first it was potentially a C hit. You had that stack up, but they made the fast rotation on towards B instead. Dubstep was huge in getting that first frag. But thankfully enough, Global Esports managed to come back in, and off of Texture, getting some extra frags.
Yeah.
They extend this game. 2 more rounds is what we're looking for, but there is this timeout from Team Secret's Warbirds.
It's been a 50-50 so far as follow-up round wins off the back of Warbirds' timeouts. Let's see which side this reinforces. Is it going to be a positive or a negative? And we talked about it, everything to fight for with these 2 squads, nothing being left on the table. And now nothing available to either side as far as ults are concerned.
That's what it comes down to.
Bazzi going off for the Seekers, but not playing towards C, not looking for that easy mount grab up. Meanwhile, Secret...
In theory, this is going to be the best buy that Secret get out, money-wise as well.
Should hope not, but Jesse
What the hell?
What?
Not sure if it
He's
was just
just
a blind
insta-spammed him as they gone out.
Gets the dart for a follow-up.
Wait, did he hit him mid-dash or something?
Starting off down a man. It's not going to be a good feeling. I don't think there's been any good feelings for Global for quite some time here in this series.
One alarm bot. No operator here. They can break it. They can block off those entrances. Watch by the door.
Dubstep. He guns down Texture, and he's been the clutch.
Oh, no!
For them.
Oh, boy.
Envy finds Aaron. Swing in the corner. But good for 1, but somehow Borkum's able to draw
Bazzi
down.
1v4. Secret look good to take this.
1v3. He gets 1. He gets 2. 1v4, I meant to say. Dubstep down to 10 HP. The Seekers go forward. Noting them both. Where does he decide to go? 10 health, can't self-heal. Jesse at full HP. The plant at the back of the B
Bigger
site.
Shaft, thank you so much, dude, with the 2 months. Appreciate it. Getting his
Singular
GG in.
guiding light
Maybe.
for the next 15 seconds.
Oh
and he
my
needs
God.
to win this. A one-tap onto Jesse. If he has any kind of hope, any kind of dream, he turns away. He looks
Oh,
back
they're
into
going
the site,
together.
tucks into the corner, and it's going to be a double approach. He will need to effectively collat them
Oh boy.
if he is
They're
going
gonna
to
see
close
his
this out,
gun.
but he is not watching for the side. Jesse now
Oh, no.
swapping over to the classic.
No!
The push comes in. The right click takes him down.
Nicely done from Secret.
And
Looked
Team
really good. They had
Secret
some
will take
good
out
anti on
Global
this one.
Esports, eliminating
They
them
really
from
had some
playoff
good anti on
contention
this.
and paving their way into the top 6. They
Alright,
are locked
they're in the
for next
playoffs.
week.
Secured
Team
GE.
Secret.
GE have to focus
First
on last chance
taking down
qualifying.
DRX.